All right, and thanks for being with us here tonight. A war of attrition beginning in Ukraine. That's the assessment of a European official as Russia intensifies shelling in the eastern half of the country.
The Pentagon saying it is not immediately clear how accurate the artillery and missile strikes are, though. The Pentagon also denying a report that it provided specific intelligence that allowed Ukraine to sink a Russian warship in Mariupol. A Ukrainian commander says that Russia is not letting up its attack on a steel plant where Marines and civilians are holding on. It's unclear if any civilians were able to escape that plant after a successful evacuation of about 300 2 days ago.
And Jennifer, a South Bend law firm preparing to help any Ukrainian refugees who arrive here. Barnes & Thornburg partnering with the city of South Bend in this program. A free workshop will be held this summer to help refugees to see if they qualify for temporary protective status. To qualify, they must have been in the United States before April 19th. Temporary protective status will protect Ukrainians for up to 18 months and allow them to seek employment to support themselves. Nearly a dozen refugees have already reached out asking for help.
I think it's great for the city of South Bend and our region to be seen as a welcoming community, not only for Ukrainians, but for Afghan refugees and refugees from other nations.
If you or someone you know needs help, the free workshop will be Thursday, June 2nd. For more details and how to get more information on it, you can click on this story on our website right now at WSBT.com. Congress preparing to vote next week on a bill that can make abortion rights federal law.
This is right. It comes just days after Politico reported on the leaked draft opinion showing the Supreme Court may be planning to overturn Roe v. Wade. Now, we're learning right now here that all 9 Supreme Court justices are under heavier scrutiny amid threats of violence against them. 8-foot-high fencing surrounds the Supreme Court building. The effort to legalize abortion by law faces massive hurdles in the Senate. Democrats would either have to get all 50 members of its party to vote to change the Senate's filibuster rule or get 10 Republicans to vote for the bill. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says he hopes to have a final vote Wednesday.
And with the landmark Roe v. Wade decision on the line, advocates worry abortion pills will be targeted next. More than half of abortions in the U.S. are done with pills as opposed to surgery. That's according to data released back in February. The medication works up to 70 days into a pregnancy. The FDA authorized mail delivery of the pills nationwide during the pandemic. 19 states have laws requiring a doctor be present when the pills are administered. Abortion law experts say it has not been determined just yet whether states can restrict access in the wake of the FDA's decision.
Democrats in Michigan were attempting to be proactive with its abortion law, but state Republicans have struck down the effort to bring a reproductive freedom bill to the floor for a vote. In a vote yesterday, Republicans chose not to give the bill a formal vote. The measure has been locked in committee for 5 months. This bill would have made abortion legal in Michigan, even if Roe v. Wade is overturned.
New for you tonight, a man now admitting his role in a scheme to defraud the South Bend Housing Authority. Archie Robinson III, his picture here on the screen, pleaded guilty. He says he received checks for millions of dollars for repair work his company did not perform. Robinson says he then split the money with Housing Authority employees Tonya Robinson and Albert Smith. Their picture is also here on the screen now. Those two are also charged. The scheme was uncovered back in 2019.
No charges will be filed against the man accused of tackling comedian Dave Chappelle. It happened Tuesday night on stage when Chappelle was wrapping up his performance. Police arrested the 23-year-old suspect for assault with a deadly weapon after rushing the stage. Police say he was carrying a replica handgun with a fold-out blade. The case will be handled as a misdemeanor. Also new tonight, a Florida school bus driver is now getting credit for saving about 40 students after their bus caught fire on Tuesday.
This was some scary video. In fact, take a look at this brand new video just into the newsroom. The school's principal says it was an electrical fire. The bus driver saw the smoke coming from the hood when she stopped and started evacuating about 40 children from the bus. They ranged in age from kindergarten to 6th grade. School says after the fire, the bus driver was right back to work the very next day driving a new school bus.
We are learning more about what the future of South Bend schools could look like now. The district is weighing 3 options for its master plan, and it could bring big changes. A public meeting was held last night. The district is looking to lower operating costs, provide programming, and right-size their schools. Option A would demolish Clay High School and turn it into an athletic complex. Option B suggests the high school host its new Career Technical Center. And then the final option that was presented has Clay and Riley becoming 6th through 12th grade schools. No word yet on when a final decision will be made.
Michigan's public schools could be getting more money. The state Senate approved a 5% increase in base funding for K through 12 schools. It cut back on Governor Whitmer's proposals to recruit and retain teachers. Now, the Senate plan also does not include the governor's proposed $1 billion fund for school infrastructure projects. It does include a $500 million grant program to help combining school districts retire some debt to avoid raising taxes.
The Michigan House is working on a bill that would help police respond to any emergency at a school, especially school threats. The bill's sponsor says that it would add critical mapping data for law enforcement. An official with Critical Response Group says that it would cost about $10 million to provide maps for every K through 12 school in Michigan.
Tonight, a dramatic drop in enrollment at one Michigan college. Western Michigan University is reporting a 7.1% decrease compared to just the year before. Right now, there are about 19,000 students at the Kalamazoo campus. That's a sharp decline compared to the early 2000s when 30,000 students were enrolled. WMU's vice president says the school needs the city's help to attract and retain students.
All right, it is time to honor some of the frontline heroes right here in our community.
All right, coming up for you next, where you can get a free sandwich today to kick off National Nurses Week. Plus,